General Melchett will be here at any moment. When he arrives, leave the talking to me, all right? I like to keep an informal trench, as you know, but today you must only speak with my express permission. Is that clear? Is that clear? Permission to speak.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
absolutely. Attention! Duck out! Attention!
Excellent. At ease. Now then, Blackadder, where would you like me to sit? I thought just a simple trim of the moustache today, nothing drastic.
No, sir. We hear about the paintings.
Oh, yes, of course. Good Lord, George! How are you, my boy? I said, how are you?
Permission to speak.
Oh, absolutely top holes are with a yin and a yang and a yippity-doo.
Splendid! And your Uncle Bertie sends his regards. I told them you could have a week off in April. Don't want you missing the boat race, do we?
Permission to speak,
Oh, certainly not. Permission to sing boisterously, sir.
if you must.
Row, row, row your punt gently down the stream. Belts off, trousers down, isn't life a scream?
Fabulous. University education. You can't beat it.
Bravo. Now, what have we here? Name?
Permission to speak.
Baldrick, sir.
Oh, tally-ho, yippity-dap and zing-zang spillit. Looking forward to bullying off for the final chucker?
Permission to speak. Answer the General, Baldrick.
I can't answer him, sir. I don't know what he's talking about.
Are you looking forward to the big push?
No, sir, I'm absolutely terrified.
The healthy humour of the honest Tommy. Don't worry, my boy. If you should falter, remember that Captain Darling and I are behind you.
About 35 miles behind.
Britain has the finest trade, the finest armies, the finest navies in the world. And what do we have for royalty? A mad kraut sausage sucker and a son who can't keep his own sausage to himself. The sooner you're dead, the better.
You're very kind.
Now, you're no doubt anxious to catch up with the latest news of the war. I have here the most recent briefs from my general in the field.
Yes, well, if you could just pop them in the laundry basket on the way out. Tea?
Yes, immediately. Now, let's turn to the second front, my lord.
Ah, yes. Now, as I understand it, Napoleon is in North Africa, and Nelson is stationed in...
Alaska, your highness. In case Boney should try and trick us by coming via the North Pole.
Yes, perhaps a preferable stratagem, Your Grace, might be to harry him amidships as he leaves the Mediterranean. Trafalgar might be quite a good...
Trafalgar? Well, I'll mention it to Nelson. I must say I'm beginning to regret the necessity of killing you, your highness. I'd been told by everybody that the prince was a confounded moron.
No.
Oh, Helen Buckshot, here's that tiresome servant of yours again.
Oh, budge up, budge up.
How dare you sit, sir, in the presence of your betters? Get up!
Oh, Christ, yes, I forgot.
You speak when you're spoken to! Unless you'd rather be flayed across a gun carriage? Well...
Sir, I fear you have been too long a soldier. We no longer treat servants that way in London society.
Why, I hardly touched the man.
I think you hit him very hard.
Nonsense! That would have been a hard hit. I just hit him like that.
No, sir. A soft hit would be like this. Whereas you hit him like this.
I wonder if I might be excused, Your Highness, Your Highness.
Certainly. I'm sorry about that, sir, but one has to keep up the pretense.
No, quite understand. You carry on the good work.
Very well, sir.
Hang on! This is bloody coffee. I ordered tea. Founded fool, aren't you? I heard everywhere that the prince was the imbecile, whereas his servant Blackadder was respected about the town. Now that I discover the truth, I'm disposed to beat you to death. Tea! So, any news of the spy, Blackadder?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. The Germans seem to know every move we make. I had a letter from Jerry yesterday. It said, "Isn't it about time you changed your shirts, walrus face?" So, Do you have any ideas who it might be, young lady?
Well, sir, I'm only a humbled nurse, but I did at one point think it might be Captain Darling.
Well, bugger me with a fish fork. Oh, Darling, a Jerry Morse tapper? What nurse made you suspect him?
Well, sir, he pooh-poohed the captain here and said he'd never find the spy.
Is this true, Blackadder? Did Captain Darling pooh-pooh you?
Well, perhaps a little.
Well, then, damn it all, what more evidence do you need? The pooh-poohing alone is a court-martial offence.
I can assure you, sir, that the poo-poohing was purely circumstantial.
Well, I hope so, Blackadder. You know, if there's one thing I've learned from being in the army, it's never ignore a poo-poo. I knew a major got poo-pooed, made the mistake of ignoring the poo-poo. He poo-pooed it. Fatal error. Because it turned out all along that the soldier who'd poo-pooed him had been poo-pooing a lot of other officers who'd poo-pooed their poo-poos. In the end, we had to disband the regiment. Morale totally destroyed by poo-poo. How do I look, darling?
Girl-bait, sir. Pure bloody girl-bait.
Moustache? Bushy enough?
Like a privet hedge, sir.
Good, because I want to catch a particularly beautiful creature in this bush tonight.
I'm sure you'll be combing women out of your moustache for weeks, sir.
God, it's a spankingly beautiful world, and tonight's my night. I know exactly what I'll say to her. Darling.
Yes, sir? I don't know, sir.
Well, don't butt in. Sorry, sir. I want to make you happy, darling.
Well, that's very kind of you, sir.
Will you kindly stop interrupting? If you don't listen, how can you tell me what you think? I want to make you happy, darling. I want to build a nest for your 10 tiny toes. I want to cover every inch of your gorgeous body in pepper and then sneeze all over you.
Really, sir? I must protest.
What is the matter with you, darling?
Well, it's just all so sudden, sir. I mean, the nest bit's fine, but the pepper business is definitely out.
How dare you tell me how I may or may not treat my beloved Georgina?
Georgina?
Yes, I'm working out what I want to say to her this evening.
Oh, yes, of course. Thank God.
All right?
Yes, sir, listening, sir.
Honestly, darling, you really are the most graceless, dim-witted bumpkin I ever met.
I don't think you should say that to us.
My friends, I come to bid you farewell. These guards will eventually die of old age, but their sons will, I'm sure, go on attending to your needs.
Thank you for your concern, but in fact, we intend to escape.
With your information, gentlemen, I intend to bring down your queen and country. The master of disguise will become the master of the world.
Yes, one thing, Ludwig, just before you go.
What?
Were you ever bullied at school?
What do you mean?
Well, all this ranting and raving about power, there must be some reason for it.
Nonsense. No, at my school, having dirty hair and spots was a sign of maturity.
I thought so, and I bet your mother made you wear shorts right up to your final year.
Shut up! Shut up! When I am King of England, no one will ever dare call me shoddy, greasy spot again.
That's the nerve there, I think.
What good is it going to do us if we're doomed to rot here until we die?
Nah, don't worry, I've got a plan.
Really?
Yes, now that Ludwig's gone, we should have no trouble overcoming the guards. Germans are sticklers for efficiency, and I've been watching their routine. I've selected the moment when they are at their most vulnerable. That is when we will attack.
Brilliant. How?
That is the most cunning bit.
I'm spy!
Right, now this is it. Don't forget, when they are at their most vulnerable.
I'm spy! Halt! Jingles the keys! Open the door!
Greetings to the prisoners. Guten Abend, Engländer-Stamm.
March to the table! Ein Spy! Halt! Food on the table! Ein Spy! Spit on the food! Ein Spy! Insulting farewell gesture to the prisoners! Ein Spy!
Now! Trust me to get the hard one.
Goodbye, sir. And may the best man win, i.e. me.
Your tea, sir.
You're late! Where the hell have you been for, in India?
Or Ceylon?
Or China? And don't bother to show me the way out. I don't want to die of old age before I get to the front door.